Welcome, I'm Stephen Burns from ChromeIllusion.com. Now I'm going to share with you a very fun feature of Artrage 3.0, and that's one of my favorites actually for sharing, and that's the sticker spray. I'm going to select it. I've already taken the liberty and cleared out my canvas here so we can start fresh. And once I select my sticker spray, I'm going to select my settings. I'm going to click on the settings, and we can see up here the various properties that's been applied to this particular spray. Currently we have Christmas gifts selected. If I click this here, we have all different types of categories, okay, and we can get all different types of graphic shapes. Basically what this nozzle does is it spits out shapes as if it's being utilized as a airbrush of sorts. So instead of paint, we get dog paws or Christmas trees. In this case, we have Christmas gifts. So if I'm going to go ahead and start painting, and you get to see what's happening here. I'm painting a series of Christmas gifts. Alright, now I have also the shadows are not being applied, so I'm going to hit the check mark here next to shadows and apply some shadows. Now if you take a look at this closely, it's going to hit Command plus, and let's bring it on over just a little bit. You can see the shadows are just very slight here because they're barely noticeable. You can compare it to the one on the right hand side. There's definitely some shadows here, but they are very bland, and I want to make them a lot more prominent. So if we simply go to the shadow settings right over here, we get a whole nother dialog box, and here's the radius of my shadows, and it's giving me a preview right here. If I bring it up or bring it back, we can see the radius expanding or contracting. The opacity of the shadows, let's make it stronger there. That's closer to 100%. The position on the x-axis and the y-axis, let's bring it down something like that. And heck, and let's just go ahead and click OK. So when I start to paint, I have more shadows in here. It gives it a little bit more depth. Alright, so let's go ahead and delete those. I'm going to draw another little section right here. And what I would like to address is another very nice feature. Let's go ahead and make that a button again. And I'm going to go to my presets here. Select the presets, and you can actually see the pictures of any of the images that you want. We're currently in the gift box. We have gold coins, houses. If you want other categories, we go right up here to group and select them. I've just added some separate properties to this. Let's go ahead and add some more properties to this particular brush. I'm going to hit the settings once again, and in the settings I have what's called spray variations. Okay, now this is going to be really fun. Now hit it, and we're going to have a dialog box that's going to come up that allows us to set certain properties to this particular nozzle or brush. I have my sheet column, my scale, the rotation, hue, luminance, saturation, alpha, all types of options here. And on the top, I have my base value, which is going to be the base value that you're going to be utilizing always for your brush, whether it's going to be the sizing, the rotation, the hue, or so forth. And of course, I can apply different various properties to these values. Randomness of the brush in terms of the objects being spit out, the sequence of the objects, the tracing, the tracing alpha. We have the pen pressure, the pen tilt, the X and Y distance. It's pretty amazing stuff here. So, for example, the base value. I can come to the base value, and I'm a double click this here to put something at hue. Okay, so go ahead and double click, and notice the numbers here for the hue. On the bottom it says -2%. Hue is in the middle, is giving us, it's telling us exactly where we are in terms of our value, and then this is going to be the base value. So it's at the top, the base value, the hue in the middle, and -2 in the bottom. Now I want to make this like -22. Let's go even further to something like -20. Now come over to here and what that is doing is it's slightly desaturating, and I'm going to go to the hue, not desaturating but adding various color combinations, changing the colors. Okay, so let's go to the saturation. Double click on it, reduce the saturation, and let's see if we get much of an effect here. There we go, up or down. Let's go minus 100. There we are. Okay, so let's pull this over to the side a little bit, and we can see we are desaturated here. If we take the saturation all the way up, again, we just pull it upward to 100%, and you can see it is really saturated. Let's put it right beside it. It's overly saturated. So the hue is going up and down. It's changing our colors, various colors. Let's go ahead and hit the delete key. Throughout our object. We have rotation. We double click the rotation here, and I can rotate in negative or positive. One's going to the left being negative, the positive going to the right, and we're applying different rotational controls. Now if I go to any one of these, for example the stroke direction, and click on the word stroke direction, I can set all values. So if I select this one and say 50 and click OK, all those values will be set for all of these. Okay, so basically I'm getting a combination in terms of stroke direction, but I'm also getting a combination in terms of the sticker sequence as well, right down here in the very, very bottom. That's why we're getting candy canes, and as I press harder, I'm getting all types of different effects. Go ahead and click this. There we go. Really fun stuff. So pen pressure, how about if we go to the sequence here, set all values. Let's go to negative 50 and click OK. It applies it for all values. So we're getting all types of opacity options, saturation options, luminosity options, hue options, all being sprayed along with sequence, sticker sequence options. Okay, so play with these, have some fun with it. Let's go ahead and close that down, and let's go try something different. How about we go ahead and get rid of those? Black pearl, for instance. We can spray black pearls right on top of this. Right down here is our transform tool. We select it, and we can of course transform any of these. Place your mouse just outside our box, just like we would in Photoshop. We would rotate this. Okay, once we're done, we hit enter to commit our changes. Let's go play with another option here, and I have gold coins. Alright, let's spray some gold coins on here. Let's make the mouse a little bit bigger and make some larger gold coins. Really fun. And how about if we change the color here to more of a golden color, and there's our golden colored coins. So this, you can see different variations of the rotations being applied, and the shape is being applied as well. Numbers is fun. There's my numbers. I'm actually spraying numbers out of my nozzle. Make the mouse a little bit bigger, and I can have bigger numbers spraying out of my nozzle. Once again, select any of these. There we go, and hit enter. So don't be afraid that once these are selected, I have numbers selected, to come up here and play around with these values. Okay, so go ahead and apply them, and our free transform is being applied to that one as well. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this portion where we went over the various tools in Artrage 3.0. So I would like to tackle next our stencils, as well as some of our stickers here.